Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm back. Obviously, we have learned a lot about the My Player Builder for NBA 2K26. What we've realized is the builder is exactly the same as NBA 2K25 with a few small minor detail tweaks to your build. So, in today's video, I'm actually going to show you guys the build that I'm going to be working on for NBA 2K26. Let's hop into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let me explain to you what I meant by NBA 2K25 builder and NBA 2K26 builder are super similar. So the screenshot that you are looking at, did I say screenshot that you're looking at on screen right now is the NBA 2K26 NBA version of the My Player Builder. So when you go into the builder, just like 25, you can choose from creating your own, looking at a Pro Tune template or an NBA template. This is the template of DeMar DeRozan. Now, what I ended up doing was actually creating this template on NBA 2K25. So the screenshot that you are currently looking at is the actual build from NBA 2K25 down to the T. The only thing that is actually different about NBA 2K25 and NBA 2K26 is that before I got to 99 overall, I realized that I couldn't put the strength up to 75 like the build does have in NBA 2K26. So what that lets you know is that even with everything being the same, you actually could possibly be a bit stronger than your build was last year. Now, of course, I do have a few small tweaks that I can make to it, which will probably go into my steal, my interior defense, my free throw, or my post control or standing dunk. Those are the only options I have with 2 ticks left. Now, of course, I know a lot of people probably have those issues where they're like, hold on, this doesn't make any sense. I'll actually put them side by side so you can read them over real fast. Okay, so like I said, these are the actual NBA 2K25 on this side, NBA 2K26 on the other side. Obviously, if you played NBA 2K25, you know what that builder looks like. And of course, NBA 2K26 is the screenshot from the courtside report. Now, like I told you, the only thing different about these two builds is that the build on NBA 2K25 is at a 98 overall, and I can't put up any more strength. The difference with NBA 2K26 build is that it is 99 overall and it has 3 more strength than the NBA 2K25 build. So with that being said, there's not really a huge numerical difference between the NBA 2K25 builder and the NBA 2K26 builder, which means the same freedoms and other issues that we had, I'm gonna have to say it, problems with tick that we had in NBA 2K25 is prevalent in NBA 2K26, which means now I completely understand why there are more cap breakers. Cap breakers have actually been redesigned to not just give you +1 on your max attributes. They now give +13 that I've seen to certain attributes that are super low that also can be generated to your build. If you have, like, let's say finishing or defense or passing, you can get more for your buck, as well as there are more max +1s. There is now something called max +2s, which are actually diverted to your actual badges. And not only that, we have something called the build, what is it called? Specialization, where we can actually work on a set thing for our build, whether it's shooting, passing, finishing, defense, or rebounding. But you have to be somewhat prevalent in that field to then take on that build specialization quest. But after you do that, you do get cap burgers and other things and max +1s and 2s that are actually permanent for your build after you do it. So again, 99 overall, it doesn't matter. That is just the baseline of what your build could actually be. The potential that your build could actually have is just 99 overall. That's the baseline. But after that, so much can happen. So with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys about my first build for NBA 2K26. with all the information that we currently know. All right, y'all. So look, we are finally here. We are in the NBA 2K25 builder, and I've actually cooked up something really good. Now, let's be honest. If you are new to my channel and you're not subscribed, we got a problem. But if you don't know me, I don't sit up here and make 80 build videos a year. I make the builds that I like to play with, and then I might actually showcase someone's build who is actually a part of my Discord. So if you're not in my Discord, this is the time to join now. Go to iPodKingCarter.com, click the Discord link, join up. I will be, you know, playing with people that come to my Discord all year long, of course. But basically, when it comes down to the builds that I make, they're my preference. They're because of the way that I play. I am not looking to make a meta shit. Okay, I don't care about meta builds. I don't care about all of that. If there is a meta build out there that I might want to try, I might try it. But I'm not going to make that the focal point of my 2K existence. All right. So if you do like this build and you say, hey, I might want to try this, then try it. I don't give it two shits. But if you don't think it's a good build, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what I could have done better to make the build actually better overall. Don't just tell me about, oh, you could have got this badge and you could have got that. I'll explain everything that I need to, but let me know if I could have made it any better overall. Now, second disclaimer, the build that you see is not exact to NBA 2K26. So there may be a few small tweaks off that I may not be able to do, but I will, I guess, make like different little changes and stuff like that when that comes. Now, shooting guard, 6'4", 207 in weight. I know what you're thinking. Why the hell is he so heavy? You'll see in a second. Wingspan, 7 foot. All right, max potentials, and I'm only going to read off the 99 overall ones. Close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, free throw, pass accuracy, perimeter defense, steal, and vertical. Okay, I am looking to make a finishing build here. I am looking for a slasher that is willing to kill, I would say 80% of the people that it comes up against. All right, this is not one of those skinny, you know, slight builds that can't do much. I'm trying to make a build that'll kill. All right, now let's go ahead and look at everything that I've done to it. Now, first, starting things off, I'm only going to talk about the things that I want to talk about in finishing, shooting, passing, defense, rebounding, and physicals. Everything else that I don't care about, those are just fillers. Those are things that move when I move, which means when I move an attribute to a specific point, it's dragging the others with it. Now, in NBA 2K26, when we saw that they could lock in that 96 midi or that 96 3-point, other stuff didn't move. So I don't know how that's going to interact with each other, but if I don't have to move something up that I don't want, I won't get it. That means I know for a fact that I want, let's say for instance, an 85 perimeter defense. I could give a fuck about steals, because I know bump steals will exist in NBA 2K26. I know that 100%. I don't need a good steal rating to get bump steals. 2K, take them out, and then I won't abuse it. But what I'm saying to you is, if steal isn't tied to my perimeter defense, you wouldn't expect me to put up my steal, because I necessarily don't need it. And I'm not going for lane steals. You know what I'm saying? I like to be in position for defense, not throw myself out of position for a lane steal. That's never really been my game, okay? Now, let's talk about the driving dunk for a moment. I went with a 96 driving dunk because most all of the animations that come in for dunking are unlockable except for one, and that's the elite contact dunks off one. Now, if you guys remember, not only do we get the max plus ones and all of that different type of stuff, but we get cap breakers all throughout the seasons, all throughout the years. And why did I say years? Weeks, I'm sorry. But what I'm saying to you is, as I'm unlocking cap breakers, 99 driving dunk is right around the corner. It may not even take me a whole season to get a 99 driving dunk from cap breakers. I will probably finish off, let's say, the build specialization and finishing and get that Or I may say to myself, hold on, they have another quest over here that'll allow me to get cat burgers. Oh, they have these cat burgers inside the season quest. Oh, or okay, they have cat burgers in rep. It won't take me that long to get cat burgers at all. So this build will have a 99 drive and dunk at the end of it. All right. Now, let's talk about my mid-range shot. My mid-range was solely tied to set shot specialists. All right. The only reason why I have my mid-range so high is because that badge is tied to set shot specialist. Now, with those max plus 1s and 2s, especially the ones that come in through the seasons, I can put on a max plus 2 on this badge and make set shot specialist legend. Okay, that means I'm spotting up at all times. And I know what you're probably thinking, bro, you only have a 76 3-pointer. So if they just told us that rhythm shooting is going to be better than it was last year, and I'm going to rhythm shoot without a meter, oh man, it's going to, that boost to my shot is going to be insane. Not only that, we get to make our own takeovers. So what that means is, since I have a high mid-range shot, they are going to allow me to get a certain type of takeover attributes that ties into shooting, because I have one shooting attribute that's almost 90. So it's not cut off. All the takeovers and the abilities are tied to whatever category. So since shooting has at least one thing that's super, super high, I'm already ahead of the game. And not even that, let's say for instance, it tells me that I need to have a 90 mid-range for something. A cat breaker will solve that. A cat breaker will literally solve that. And then I'll probably have more access to more takeovers and abilities. Even though, you know, Splash, he said Blur was the best takeover ability in the game. So if Blur is still there, obviously I'm a slasher. Why wouldn't I have Blur? I know, I'm sorry. I'm crazy. Now, next thing, ball handle. I don't necessarily need ball handle to get past my defenders, but in order for me to be as fast as I am, and in all facets, ball handle just moved up. I don't necessarily need it. A lot of my points are going to be off backdoors, fast breaks. It's not, and also off of 2 moves: jab step spin, jab step cross hesitation, drive, a back step. It's just simple stuff. I don't necessarily need to dribble in front of somebody for 7 to 12 seconds to get free, because I'll just pass it off to somebody and let the play develop. All right. Now, speed with ball. We all talk about not needing that. That's not needed. That in the third, right? But lightning launch is something that we definitely need, because in NBA 2K25, when I told you guys about the animations and the way that it feels like people are pulling on your jersey when you're driving to the rim, if you notice in NBA 2K26 on the builds, it said that some builds couldn't be caught from behind. That means that it's hard for players to catch up to them. It's hard for players to steal the ball from them from the back. That means block shots from the back and things of that nature. So when I got lightning launch on gold, where can it go to? With a max plus 2. That's right, legend. It could possibly go to legend. I could have a 6'4" guard with legend lightning launch. Jesus Christ. So next up, perimeter defense. Now, obviously, all the rest of my defensive attributes are terrible. But guess what? I have in an 80 plus threshold that will possibly allow me to even have a choice to take on the build specialization of an actual defender. My perimeter defense. With my perimeter defense being that high, I possibly have an ability to take on that and maybe get some cat breakers in defense, if and only if, with me having a 62 steal, if I have the ability to get my steal in the 80s off of cat breakers, because it's a low attribute but I have a high overall defensive attribute there, I might go that route. I might say, hey, I want to make this guy a better defender, being able to not just get bump steals, but actually get lanes. My wingspan is maxed out already. I'm pretty sure with that threshold of 80 plus, the animations are going to be amazing, right? Now, moving on, the biggest attribute, I know we'll talk about speed in a moment, but the biggest attribute to me is the 90 vertical. Obviously, all dunk packages, everything like that comes in that nice little setup is tied to your vertical. And 90 is the max vertical that you need to get every dunk package unlocked for your height, of course. And the reason why, the true reason I'm 6'4", is because not only did I want to get elite contact dunks at 99 overall, I wanted to get small contact dunks as well. I want to be able to do every contact in the game for someone who's driving to the rim. That's why I'm 6'4". All right. Now, 92 speed. Obviously, you probably know about this badge if you played 2K25, but this was a god tier badge for me as a 6'7" shooting guard that was over 200 pounds in NBA 2K25. When I would double tap the R trigger with my analog pointed towards the rim, my backdoor cuts were legendary. And speaking of legend, Max Plus Ones would give me legend slippery off ball. I would be able to cut backdoor, get open on the wing, all kinds of stuff insanely. I could tell somebody, hey, I'm at the hash. I want the corner to cut. I'm going to go to the actual corner myself, and I'll be able to hit a nice 3-pointer, or I'll be able to get that ball in the corner and drive straight to the basket with lightning launch and have the person that actually cut to the basket pop out or run through while I'm doing what I'm doing on the side. That's just plays for the rec. Don't worry about me. But the 92 speed, the 88 agility is the reason why I'm able to get Hall of Fame slippery off ball for this build. Now, of course, I know you guys are probably thinking, you don't need that much. You don't need it that high. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I am sick and tired of everybody thinking you're going to get away from somebody and slash on somebody, drive on somebody, get past somebody, get through somebody without being fast. We have gotten to a place where 2K has designed us to say, hey, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need this, I don't need that. And we complain all year long about, how did he catch up to me? Why do I feel like my player slowed down? How did he throw me on my animation? And that's where this comes in at. Strength. If you didn't know, at least having physical finisher, just the badge itself, at least having physical finisher allows you to finish when you get knocked out of animation. So I believe physical finisher is going to be one of those badges that I use to finish at the rim. I believe that this will be my main Max Plus 2 when I get to level 30 inside every season. This will be my main one that I throw it on, because when I go to contact dunk someone and somebody else jumps or whatever the case may be, we always get thrown out of our animation. But the animations back from when the 6'9s was taking over heavy in the park, that getting thrown out of your animation but finishing it with a layup, that's still prevalent. So you're going to need physical finisher to finish those lays instead of totally getting thrown out of your animation. All right, so I'm already locked in on that, man. Also, strong handle. Strong handle is huge. Reduces the likelihood of being bothered by defenders when dribbling. So not only am I going to have blur, I'm going to have strong handle on gold, and I may blow past people because I have a 75 strength and I'm going up against smaller builds anyway. The lock isn't on me. That's what you have to understand. I'm creating a shooting guard. This is not a point guard. The lock will not always be switched to me. So the person who's guarding me is a baby, and I'm going to dunk on that baby every single time. I love this game. I love the direction that we're going in. And if I'm being honest, Slasher Gang, where you at? I need y'all to sound off in the comments. Is this build perfect for destroying who's ever in the paint? Let me know in the comment section. Like I've always said, I make content for me, and I just pray to God that you guys love it, like it, and comment about it. But in a sense, I'm really happy to be coming back to slashing with the start of this game. Now, of course, with my 6-7 lock that I made for 2K25, I did have a lot of fun dunking. I did. I truly did. I could stand dunk. I could cradle dunk. I could go up under the rim for reverse dunks. It was really nice. But this year, for NBA 2K26, I want to kill. And that's what I'm going to do. We're killing anybody under that rim. I don't care who you is. And I cannot wait until I dunk on my first 7'4" center. I will literally make a digital card with AI and put your nut ass on it. So whoever you are out there, whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation, I want to thank you for sacrificing yourself for my digital rookie card, because I'm going to put you on that poster. And I'm going to send it to everybody in the community. Love.
King Carter, King Carter, King Carter, Abba. King Carter, King Carter, King Carter, Abba. King Carter, King Carter, King Carter.